clear outline and purpose for her speech. The title of her speech is Green Chemistry, the Key to Michigan's Future and Your Health. So please welcome Jennifer Acevedo.
Thank you, Jim, and fellow Toastmates and guests. How many of you drink out of water bottles like these, or other plastic water bottles? And how many of you know the materials and chemicals that went into making this, or are currently in this bottle? Well, just imagine being able to go to a store, pick this up, and know that the whole process and everything that's in here is not going to harm your body or your children's. That vision is becoming a reality with green chemistry. After hearing my presentation today on this 40th celebration of Earth Day, I want you to not be scared and shriek from the terms green chemistry, but to think of the opportunities it can provide to Michigan, including a boost to our economy and protecting our public health. For those of you that don't know what green chemistry is, it's the design of products and processes, but reducing or eliminating the use of hazardous substances. So simply put, it's trying to make a water bottle like this, but when you're looking at the design, you want to use as little toxic chemicals as possible. Then when it goes through the manufacturing process, you want to use as little energy as possible, produce less waste, and use less chemicals in that process. Then when the consumer is ready to get rid of it, you want it to be reused, recycled, or disposed of in a manner that doesn't harm the environment. It's a win-win for Michigan businesses and citizens. The businesses like it because their costs are reduced through less waste and less energy usage. And of course, the citizens benefit from less chemicals in our environment. So why is green chemistry such a big deal right now? There is a perfect storm that has approached our landscape, and it includes, first off, consumer awareness. This has been heightened recently with bisphenol A in the baby bottles, and with lead being found in toys. And Time magazine recently wrote an article about environmental toxins in our bodies for their Earth Day special, and some mind-boggling facts came out of that article. A recent biomonitoring survey done by the Center for Disease Control found that we have over 200 chemicals in our bodies in America. This isn't China or India, this is America we're talking about. And the studies are starting to show links between these chemicals and modern day diseases like obesity, diabetes, autism, and ADHD. Another part of the storm is happening at the federal level with the Toxic Substance Control Act. This law is over 30 years old, and in its current state, it does not protect American citizens from toxic chemicals. But just last week, the Safe Chemicals Act of 2010 was introduced into the U.S. House and Senate. And with this new act, they're hoping to put the burden of proof instead of on the EPA and government, shifting it over to industry to prove that their chemicals are safe and they belong in our market. Part of this act also includes some money for grant programs and research centers for green chemistry initiatives, like the one we have in Michigan. So if this does pass, hopefully that will bring some more money into our state. The final piece of the storm is the global market. With fuel prices rising, Mideast wars, and global warming, there's been a strategy for businesses to look at alternatives to petroleum-based products and also using less energy in the processes. So when you combine that with the trend of being green and green being cool right now, you create this area for huge area for growth and market competition. So how is Michigan grabbing hold of these opportunities? In 2006, Governor Granholm created an executive directive, which created the Michigan Green Chemistry Program and the Green Chemistry Roundtable. The Roundtable includes several key stakeholders, from public health organizations to chemical associations to companies. So they have a more broad perspective of what they want to get through. The goal of the program is to promote green chemistry for sustainable economic development and promote the public's health. And I want to give you a specific example. I've been talking about green chemistry up here, but an example of an industrial use. PPG Industries was actually a company that was awarded the Green Chemistry Governor's Award last year. And they make a product, an alternative to a technology. The traditional way to do it is using melamine formaldehyde in their coating and painting process, and that's a suspected carcinogen. So they did some research and found the Green Logic technology. shrimp, lobster, and crab shells. And they use that in their painting coating process now in place of the carcinogenic solvent they were using. The technology has performed as well or better in some instances and has saved them a lot of money. But PPG is just one of many Michigan companies that can step up and show the rest of the world that we have what it takes to make a difference. We still have leaders in innovation. We have the engineers. We have the research universities. Now is the time to combine all of that and make a real difference in how we manage the chemicals in the environment. In conclusion, I hope the term green chemistry doesn't make you think back to the bad memories of high school laboratories. But instead, you can imagine going to the store, picking up this bottle and knowing it's not going to harm your baby or your body. And instead, you will know that Michigan's going to be part of the solution. We'll get a boost to our economy with our talented workforce coming together to provide a solution so that we can keep toxic chemicals out of our environment and our bodies.